Hey everyone, welcome to Practice with Paige. I'm Paige, and today we are talking all things solar plexus chakra or Manipura. So this chakra is going to be located right above the belly button. So if you want, you can take your fist and place it in the space just above your belly button, right below your ribs. And this is going to be your solar plexus. So this is where this chakra is located. And the element is going to be fire, so very opposite from last week when we were talking about water. So you can start to see we're moving back and forth between yang and then yin and then back to yang with these polarities and these energies. The color is yellow. And then today we are going to be talking about the 4 pillars that make this chakra what it is. So we've talked briefly before about the chakras, how they work. They receive energy, they digest it, they store it, and then they release it back out. We talked about this briefly last week when we were talking about that sacral chakra. So if you haven't seen that video, I definitely suggest that you hop on and catch that one. But moving on this week, this chakra is a perfect example of how this works because each of the pillars kind of play into each other, specifically with these components, this receiving, storing. So the first one is going to be receiving. It's going to be heat. So this is the fire element. Obviously, for fire, we need heat. So we receive this heat energy. And the most beautiful thing about this is the power that this has. So think of this chakra like your power center, right? And heat is such a powerful element. Fire is such a powerful element. It can completely transform things. So in this first part of this pillar of this chakra, we're working on that heat, that transformation, receiving it. And then moving on to the second one is digesting this heat. So we need to notice, where is the flame at? How much of this heat are we receiving? Think of it like a gas stove and a dial. So you've got the heat, boom, it's on. But now we need to see where it's at. Is it about to burn out? Is it all the way max hot, about to explode? Where is that heat at? We need to digest that information. So that's when it comes talking about your personal power. This is going to be the complete burnout versus the combustion. You're using your personal power to adjust that dial. Now this chakra is sandwiched in between 2 very opposite, very yin chakras. So next week we'll be talking about that heart chakra, which is air. And last week we talked about the sacral chakra, which is water. And this sandwiching of these 2 chakras kind of manage the heat level of this solar plexus energy that we have going on. And then moving on to number 3 is going to be will. And I know this information is a lot to take in. It can be very difficult to understand, especially as we're moving through these chakras and introducing new information, seeing how they interact. So this is a beautiful example of that. You have this willpower, right? But where does it come from? So we have the desire that rises up from the sacral chakra and the intention descending down from the crown chakra. So briefly, we had discussed about these 2 currents of energy that run through the chakras. So imagine one current of energy ascending up, coming from the root chakra, going all the way up to the crown. And then the other one descending this energy all the way down through the chakras. And at this point here at the solar plexus, the rising of the desire and the descending of the intention is where we create this will. So this chakra is the doing. It is the let yourself do, right? So you have this will. This is step 3. So this is going to be, we received, we digest, and now we stored. We have this will, but we need to do something with it. So the last pillar of this chakra is going to be aligned action, or we're going to set that willpower in motion. A lot of times we talk about, in class, setting our intention for the day or setting our intention for the practice. So we have this desire that's rolling up, this intention coming down, this willpower that meets in the middle, and then we are going to send it out. So we are receiving, digesting, storing, and sending it back out. Now, like I said, this is a lot of information to take in. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. You can always send me a message as well. I did want to end this video today with a little breathing exercise. So we work on where is this chakra aligned? Not aligned. Where is it out of line? What part is messing up? What are we getting stuck on? Is it perfectly open, flowing like it should? Is it blocked? Are we receiving the heat and then just shutting it down with shame? Are we maybe receiving the heat, digesting it, able to see where it's at, but then just completely letting ourselves burn out, or letting it be overfilled with this emotion and desire, competitiveness, to where we're just combusting? Pillar number 3 is our will just not there? Is it being suppressed by shame, the weak spot of this chakra? Maybe we have the desire, we have the intention, we have the heat, but then we're just so ashamed to send that out. Which comes into that aligned action. So evaluate where you are. Evaluate these 4 parts. So this heat transformation, personal power, will, and then aligned action. So wherever you're struggling at, a couple tips. If you're feeling powerless, so if you feel like you're not receiving that heat, or this is where you're getting messed up at, where you're getting caught, try to set an intention for your day every single day. It doesn't have to be super big. It can be absolutely anything. Maybe your intention is to drink more water. Maybe your intention is to notice the small things, be happy, find movement, focus on your breath, whatever it is, right? So set your intention every single day. You can do this right as you wake up. You can do it while you're brushing your teeth, whatever you're doing, set your intention. Change your verbiage. Instead of saying like, oh, I have to go to work, you can say, I choose to go to work. You don't have to go to work. You could call in, you could quit your job, you could change jobs. You don't have to. So switching that role and putting yourself in power. I choose to go to work. I choose to get out of bed. I want to get up and make myself breakfast. I want to go take a shower, change your verbiage there. And then, so on the opposite spectrum, I wanted to hit that real quick. So we've got this, we can't get this heat, but what about if we've got so much heat, we're angry, we're working on control, manipulation, sometimes we can all feel this at different aspects of our life. So what do we do if this chakra is just about to combust? There's so much heat, so much anger, so much just rage built up. We've got to vent it out, right? We've got to let some of that heat out. So a couple things that we can do here. A breathing exercise that we're going to lead into is perfect for igniting heat and also releasing heat. It's called Breath of Fire. But before that, if you come to a moment when you are just so angry, you have so much control or rage or manipulation going on inside your body, you just feel this heat burning, you're seeing red, the flames are rising up, whatever. Couple things that you can try. Punch into the air as hard as you can. Try to do it with your breath. Keep going till you feel like you can't go anymore. You can also do that with a pillow. I know it sounds silly, but give it a go, right? We've got to express this energy, let it out. Another really good recommendation I heard was to stand in a doorway and see if you can take your arms and just press into the side. Maybe press up, press into the side, press with your feet. Just expel that heat and that energy and that frustration out in some kind of way. So we're emoting that back out, letting that heat out so we can kind of simmer down that fire. Okay, thank you guys so much. let's go into our breathing exercise, which is going to be breath of fire. So if you're not already, I invite you to come to a seated position, chair, couch, floor, mat, wherever is totally fine, but do come to sitting. This can make you feel a little lightheaded, so you're gonna wanna be supported for this. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall, and your other chakras are just as important. So start at the base. We're getting a nice wide base, grounding down, finding that support, that connection. Moving up through that sacral chakra, finding the alignment. Open up your chest, drop your shoulders. And then take your hands here and place them over this solar plexus area. And just feel yourself breathe. Don't try to control anything. Just notice the movement. Now for breath of fire, we're not going to worry so much about the inhale, but we are going to work on forcefully exhaling. So I want you to not press with your hands, but keep your hands connected to your body. Use your core, use that fire inside to engage the core and really pull it in and force that breath out. Remember, we're not using our hands to push, but go ahead and keep that connection so your hands can be a little bit of support there. So inhale is just going to be relaxed, natural. Exhales will be controlled and forced. So sitting up nice and tall, here we go. Sorry, I forgot to tell you guys. Breathe through the nose if you can. Me, I'm a little congested today, so if boogers go flying everywhere, I am so sorry. I am humbly embarrassed, but stick with me. So if you're clear as can be, breathe through your nose. I'm gonna do my best, but we should be breathing in and out through the nose in this breath of fire. Okay, here we go. So nice and relaxed inhale and forceful exhale. And see if you can really push all the air out. Full exhale every time. So we're coming nice, forceful exhales here. And then come to relax. Place your your hands on your knees. We're gonna have to try this again when I'm not so stuffy in the nose, guys. Oh my gosh. All right, open up your shoulders, drop them down. Notice how you feel. And you can repeat that as many times as you want. They recommend working your way up to 100. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like counting your exhales. Of course, like I said, this can make you dizzy. Start with 1, start with 5, start with a couple, just play around with it, have fun. And I will see you guys on Friday for our live solar plexus chakra flow. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited to be on this journey with you guys. Namaste.